Welcome. This is Jean Eaton of Information Managers. It is my honor and pleasure to be with you today at Practice Management Nuggets, webinars for your healthcare practice. This is a regular interview series with practice managers, healthcare providers, or trusted vendors who support healthcare practices. Our topics help primary care practice managers, healthcare providers, and owners to implement, maintain, or improve their business and practice administration so that healthcare providers can focus on providing quality healthcare services. I am your host, Jean Eaton, your practice management mentor. Now, many of you know that my career started as a receptionist and a transcriptionist in a busy family medical walk-in practice before I moved into health records and health information management and hospital administration. Now I specialize my consulting practice to independent healthcare practices who want to start, grow, or fix their practice administration so that healthcare providers can focus on providing quality healthcare services. This week, my guest is Saam Ali, the pharmacy mentor. Sam is a locum pharmacist in Britain with more than 10 years of experience working in a variety of roles in the community, ranging from running daily private clinics to managing pharmacies with multi-million-pound turnovers. However, for the past 3 years, he's turned his focus to the technology and online sector. So during this time, he has become a proficient website developer, expert video course creator, and founded a successful online company. The primary way he grew the company was by marketing through social media, and it's his experience and understanding in this field that has led him to build this innovative course for the independent pharmacy sector. Today, he continues to work part-time as a locum, consults with pharmacy businesses around innovation, but spends most of his time creating digital content to help drive his community pharmacy into the digital age. Thank you, Sam, for joining us today on Practice Management Nuggets webinar.
Hi, Jean. Really great to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm delighted that you're here, and I want to share with you something. A little-known fact that when I was in high school, I worked in a retail pharmacy. So while my job was primarily the front of the store, I was most enjoyed assisting the pharmacist in the dispensary. So if I was a little better about counting by sevens and calculating mils per body weight, I might have studied pharmacy. I have a soft spot for pharmacists and the business of pharmacy. Now, I came across your engaging videos for pharmacists on LinkedIn, and I was struck by the passion that you had to assist pharmacists to maximize the power of social media to promote the community pharmacy. Sam, what motivated you to learn about social media for pharmacy?
Well, the idea came because I noticed a deficit within the whole landscape of community pharmacy. So I essentially grew an online business in the couple of years that I turned my focus into the online sector and learned so much about how you can use social media to engage with potential clients and customers. And I used my knowledge and skills to build something that would help community pharmacy harness it correctly in order to do the same thing for their businesses. So to build their online presence, to drive their sales, and build better relationships with the people and businesses that matter to them.
So you saw a need and you've developed some additional skills and wanted to be able to share those skills with other community pharmacists.
Totally. And I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary, Jean, because we live in a digital age right now. We are using more and more digital means as the world goes on. And we need to start learning about it. We need to start understanding how to use it in order to propel our businesses in the right direction. So this is all, the social media is one part of a big initiative that I'm trying to achieve with Pharmacy Mentor, which is to get community pharmacy digital.
Getting community pharmacy digital. What is the pain that those pharmacists or those pharmacy businesses are experiencing that social media might be able to help them with? what is the problem that this could help with?
Social media can help community pharmacy in many ways, and it will take many pains away. First and foremost, it is a critical or very important marketing tool for business, for any business. With social media, you can reach so many more people in such less time and deliver better promotional material than if you were doing it 5-10 years ago. The number one thing it helps with is reaching more people with ease. Secondly, it is an excellent way to build relationships with the people and businesses around you. You know, we don't use telephone anymore. Social media is becoming the number one communication tool. Just with the click of a button and a simple message, you can develop rapport with some of the businesses and people that are going to matter to your business. And thirdly, it's cost effective. It's massively cost effective. You know, we don't need to use mail marketing anymore. We don't need to print out flyers anymore. Social media can do all that for us, and it's the way to go economically also.
There is big pharmacy and a big retail change that can help bring patients or our clients coming through the doors in a pharmacy. Do you think that this helps to level out the playing field so that those community pharmacists can have an impact on the patients that they want to meet in their community? They can make it more targeted?
That's without a doubt. The big corporates really, they're thriving on social media. They have big social media marketing teams, and they drive sales, they drive brand awareness through social media in quite an effective manner. What we can do as community pharmacy, if we harness it correctly and use it correctly, we can level out the playing field. We can capture back some of that marketing space that the corporates are now dominating.
So we've set down the challenge about why pharmacists might need to consider using social media. And I talk about the pink elephant in the room. So every practice has a pink elephant. It's that problem in your organization that just never quite gets fixed. You create a workaround or promise that you'll get to it someday. Or it's that problem that everyone knows is there and we just try to ignore it. So I'm wondering about the pink elephant in the room for those community pharmacists. Now, I believe that community pharmacists are critical to patient safety and creating efficiencies in the healthcare system. And I've had the honor to work with hundreds of community pharmacists to help them with improving their reasonable safeguards regarding privacy, confidentiality, and security of patient health information and legislative compliance. But I also see from a business perspective that many patients don't know all the services that pharmacists can offer. And I see that many pharmacists don't have a social media profile at all, or perhaps that they've dabbled a little bit in Facebook, but their profile is weak and there's no new content. It looks like they don't care about their own pharmacy. So maybe the pink elephant in the room is the assumption that social media is hard work and I don't know how to use it well, so I'm not going to do it at all. What do you think, Sam?
Yes, I think that's very correct. But in addition to that, is that firstly, community pharmacy needs to be educated in social media and why it's important. First, you need that base theory to understand actually what is social media doing for business and healthcare today and why is it important. So the first thing is educating community pharmacies. Secondly, we are healthcare professionals at the end of the day. Although, yes, we have businesses, we're traditionally bricks and mortar, and the online world is still a relatively new concept for us. So we don't really know how to use social media. That's probably why you see many social media profiles that have been set up and their appearance is poor, their consistency isn't good. And the other thing is it's hard to innovate these days because we have a lot of pressure and time constraints associated in the world of pharmacy right now. And we're talking about the UK and Canada. It's just difficult for us to learn new things like this. So there's those three factors that I think all contribute to that big pink elephant.
Okay. No, I think that's a good point. Innovation takes time, and sometimes we need to identify where our time is best spent.
Mm.
So there are a lot of good reasons why a pharmacist should consider using social media, and I'm going to ask you, Sam, to give us your best tips that will help pharmacists right away. But first of all, what is your number one tip that will help pharmacists to understand and to use social media?
Okay, Jean. My number one tip for pharmacists and owners about using social media to drive pharmacy sales and increase brand awareness is simply start now. The quicker you begin to implement a social media strategy, the quicker you will begin to build your audience and engage with them about the products and services that you offer. Okay.
That's really important. We're never going to be experts in social media. Well, maybe not right away, but you got to get started because, there is fun to be had. There's some learning to do, but if you don't get started, you won't learn.
Totally. It's just, we need to start now, and it's all a learning curve. We will learn on the way. But the most important thing is to just get onto social now.
Sam, I'm going to ask you to walk us through your tips and about how to use social media for pharmacists.
Okay, right. So I have 3 valuable tips that I'm going to share with you right now. The first one is focus your efforts on 1 or 2 social media platforms only, not all of them. Ideally, you want to use Facebook because this platform, it has a vast number of tools that will help you engage the community around you very successfully. So 1 or 2 social media platforms, try and get Facebook first. Secondly, a lot of people who do use social media tend to focus on page likes as their key performance indicator. Now, while page likes are important, page likes are associated with an immediate audience, it's actually engagement through great content which is the most important element of a social media strategy. So think about producing really good content instead of simply gunning for page likes. And finally, consistency is key. Ideally for Facebook, if you're going to be marketing on social media for Facebook, you want to be posting at least once a day, and even more so on Twitter to keep your audience engaged. So make sure you're consistent.
Facebook is a big tool, and one of the nice things about Facebook for those bricks and mortar storefronts and pharmacies is that you can really get narrowed down to your target audience by using some geolocation. So just identifying which community that you're in and engaging with other people in that community is one of the great tools of using Facebook.
It's absolutely incredible. The way you can target specific demographics and locations is quite innovative and it's highly advised to use.
Great. Now, Facebook has you hear a lot of things about Facebook, about their algorithms have changed and using SEO and pixels, but it doesn't have to be that complicated. You know your own community, so you know what the keywords are. You know the names of the neighborhood that you live in and where the schools are and the community events. You don't have to be super science about targeting your local community.
No, not at all. I mean, as long as you've got your Facebook page there and you've set it up in the correct way that you are targeting that audience that's around you, then you don't really need to be worrying about that. That's advanced stuff. I mean, when we talk about SEO and building links into other things, we're talking relatively advanced technological stuff, which I don't think the pharmacist really wants to get that into. But yes, I mean, the Facebook page, it doesn't have to be that complicated.
Right. And content for a pharmacy. What are some topics that you would start with about creating content for a pharmacy?
There's lots of different content you can post. So in the course that I'll talk about later, I go through building content around first of all, around your products and services. Okay, so this is just marketing, direct marketing for free, very easily, for your products like medicines and services that you offer. Secondly, you can provide content that's health related and news related. So if there's a specific health topic that's currently trending on social media or in news, you can post about that. Similarly for the news. And what's even better is you can post content that is local to your area. So for instance, in our area where I live in Sheffield, we post health articles that are just related to the community of Sheffield, which people engage with much more than general health content. But there's loads of other things you can do. So there's probably another tip that I'll give you is posting with media. So if you can post videos of you of the pharmacist and you guys in the pharmacy, then around a specific topic, for instance, or an offer that you have in store, you're going to generate so much more engagement than just posting generic stuff. But there's also plenty of other things you can post, such as generating events, generating offers. It's vast.
And when we're talking about content, we want to find something that other people are going to like and they'll stop and they say, oh, that looks interesting. I want to spend some time here. But also it's a great way to be able to target those ideal patients or clients that you want coming into your pharmacy. If you have a retail space that's dedicated to supplements and that's something that you're really engaged about and it's something that you're really excited about as far as your pharmacy practice, then that's a great solution for what type of content to put into your Facebook.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is why my belief is that social media strategies should always be managed in-house because you're there. You know, the person who is publishing content on their Facebook or Twitter pages, they've got content right there in the pharmacy, and that's what the people want to see. They want to see offers that are in stores so they can come in and collect it, or even if you've got an online shop in your pharmacy website, you can pop a link in there that directs them straight to checkout for that medicine, and you've got a sale right there.
There are a lot of things that social media can help a pharmacy with. So we've talked about a few of them. We can use healthcare tips that will help your audience, the people that are on your Facebook feed, to know, like, and trust you. And trust is such a big thing in the world of pharmacy.
Oh, wow. Trust is everything. Trust is everything. We're healthcare professionals, healthcare providers. People, they need to trust us in order for us to give them medication and health advice. It's the biggest one.
It's really hard to trust somebody that you don't know. So having social media shares a little bit about who you are and what's important to you with everybody else so that they can get to know you and trust you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Social media can be easy. You can make it hard for yourself, but why would you want to do that? There are so many things that are easy to implement with social media, and that's an opportunity for the pharmacist. And it can save you time and money when you have somebody to help you, a pharmacy mentor to help you choose the right things and know what path that you need to go down so that you're not spending your time on high advanced social media tools that you don't need to make an impact on your practice. At the bottom line, you want to be able to attract and retain patients and customers and drive those sales.
Indeed, 4 absolutely correct points.
Sam, can you give us an idea about the timeline? If I was a pharmacist who, I have a personal Facebook page, I kind of have an idea what it's all about, but I want to take that big step and create a page for myself and start using social media and Facebook for my pharmacy. What are some key milestones? How long is it going to take me to get to a point where I can have it implemented and start to see some results?
Really great question, Jean. So it depends. It depends if you're experienced in social media to begin with. So if you already have a social media profile, a personal profile, then setting up will be easier than a person doing everything for the very first time or who has no experience. But social media is a journey. So this isn't a quick thing. You can set up your business page, but you're not going to expect to see results instantly. You're looking at making sure you post every day, making sure you reach out to the people and connect with them, making sure that you building trust into the community. Only after you've built a decent audience and you are consistent with social media, well, then you'll see some difference. There are tools that we'll talk about later, which can help speed this process up, which is why I built the course. But in general, social media is it's a journey. So it requires consistency, persistence, and time to see a difference. But this is the way the world's going. Social media is a tool for the future. It needs to be utilized because we live in a digital age. So the quicker you start, the better.
Social media and pharmacists, what would be the questions that you think pharmacists should be asking about social media but aren't?
There's loads. There's probably loads, Jean. But as a pharmacist myself, pharmacists will ask, what does social media do for me? Okay, so first it's around about we need to educate the pharmacists and pharmacy teams about why social media is important now and for the future. Secondly, they might ask, okay, I have no technical skills whatsoever, but really you don't need to be a tech guru to have a Facebook page and manage it. That's a misconception. We need to get out of that mindset. And thirdly, they might ask, how am I going to set this up? When am I going to have time to set this up? There always is some time. We just need to manage our time correctly in order to learn about it and implement.
You don't need to have a lot of technical skills to be able to make a success out of social media.
No, you don't.
But you do need somebody to show you how to get started. We need someone who's going to give us a helping hand about setting up social media for pharmacy. Tell us about the Pharmacy and Social Media Mastery course.
Yes, this is the whole reason why I built the course. Firstly, to take care of the pain points that pharmacists are finding with social media. And I've developed the course in a way that can be taken by anybody in the pharmacy. So you don't need to have marketing experience. You don't need to be a tech guru, because what I show people is everything step by step. So the first part of the course is all about educating the pharmacy team in why social media is important for business, healthcare, and community pharmacy. And then the second part is where you actually get your hands dirty and start building your profile. So when you're setting up a Facebook page, you can miss things if you're not experienced in, or if you've never set up a Facebook page. You'll have questions. This course takes care of that. It tells you exactly what to do in every situation, in every community pharmacy situation. And then once the page is set up, I go through how to make it appear amazing. I take you through the best ways of delivering best content and engaging your audience and building your audience. I show everything through screencasts in a way that will build their proficiency in Facebook and Twitter. So it kind of gets them up to speed and up to scratch and up to proficiency in the quickest time possible. And then at the end, I give them like an idea of a strategy on how to incorporate into their own business. Gene, the other thing that's really good about this course is that there's a community attached to it. So I'm in that community, I'm answering questions, and there are other people who are on this course who are in the same community, helping each other become more successful in their social media strategy. So that's one really good feature about the course, is that you're supported 24/7 by myself and a community of people.
So the community of people is a Facebook group?
It is, yes, it's a Facebook group.
Okay, so you've got that community of pharmacists just like you who are learning how to use social media to promote their pharmacy. Yeah.
Well, it's not just pharmacists. As I said, this course is designed for anybody who works in the pharmacy team. So, there's dispensers in there. There could be accuracy checking technicians, or just a kind of technical lead or social media champion that is pushing social media strategy forward in the team.
So we've got online videos, and you've got a Facebook group, and this is lifetime access for the course. Is that right?
Yeah. This is lifetime access. One payment, lifetime access. One time payment, lifetime access.
Offered us a gift here, Sam, that I appreciate to be able to share with my audience. And the gift is a preview about the Pharmacy and Social Media Mastery course. So we can sign up for the preview, give it a test drive, see if this is something that makes sense to you. I think that you are going to find that Sam does excellent videos and training. Quality of the course is top-notch. It's simple to understand. It's engaging to be able to follow these courses. And I invite you to sign up with Sam to be able to continue to connect with him and to be able to learn more about the Social Media Mastery course. And then the Social Media Mastery course is ready to roll now. Is that right, Sam?
It is. Yes. You can enroll on it now, and it's live.
Okay. And you've offered a bonus for the audience here today.
I have. Guys, thanks for listening. And as Gene said, there is a pre-course that's designed to kind of give you the theory behind why social media is important for community pharmacy. But if you also want to enroll onto the mastery course, then there's a 25% discount code that I've created, which is social media 25. That will get you 25% off the lifetime access course.
That's very generous, Sam. Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
So there's no excuse for a pharmacist not to take action today. You have all of the resources available. You've got the video cast. It's available to you online. And you actually have screencasts about how to click the right buttons and get the right steps into Facebook. So that guided tour is so important. It becomes so useful to be able to have somebody helping you step by step to be able to get that Facebook page set up correctly. It becomes the foundation of everything else that you're going to do. So you've got the screencast, you've got Sam there and other people joining you in the Facebook Live group that will be able to help you with that. Sam, thank you so much for joining us today. You shared with us why pharmacists should use social media to drive revenue for their practice. You've been able to share with us some great tips to get started about using Facebook and Twitter, and the big tip about just getting started. You're not going to be perfect off the get-go. You need to get started to be able to advance and to be able to get get this and make it work for your pharmacy practice.
Totally. Jean, thanks for having me. And as I said, guys, thanks for listening. If you want to connect with me on Facebook and have some questions, you can connect with me through Facebook, email, Twitter. More than happy to help.
And then you can follow along and see what engaging content that Sam has on his social media, and you can too. Okay, Sam, thank you. So to my audience, do take advantage of this offer from Sam. It is the Pharmacy Social Media Mastery course, and you can sign up for that right away. You can use that same link to access the free pre-course. So that's InformationManagers.ca /pharmacy-SM. So sign up for the course today. And if you want to go ahead with the Social Media Mastery course and being able to get the private coaching or the group coaching with Sam and the Facebook group, you can use that same link to sign up for the course and use the bonus code of Social Media 25 to get you 25% discount. It's been great to have Sam here today and to be able to have you on Practice Management Nuggets. I love surrounding myself with practice managers and healthcare providers who want to start, grow, and improve their practice. I want to help you with more great tips, tools, templates, and training that you can use right away. Members of Practice Management Nuggets will receive a link after our webinar today with the Learning Resources Guide. Remember to share this event on social media. I search for guest experts who will share their #1 tip with you. Let me know if there is a topic or a guest expert that you want to hear on Practice Management Nuggets, webinars for your healthcare practice. This is Jean Eaton, your practice management mentor, thanking you for joining us today, and stay tuned.